Welcome back. Oh my God, are you enjoying yourself?
I am, and I love saying good morning, Delaware.
I know, me too, it's different,
It
right?
sounds different, but it hits different too. So welcome back to Good Morning Delaware. Our first guest this morning is LaDaye Cooley Johnson, the founder of Cool Shoes Incorporated. And we are very excited he is here to dedicating his organization to empowering youth through mentorship and community engagement. Welcome.
Cooley.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Welcome, good morning.
I'm good, bro. It's Cooley, you've been doing this for over 14 years. This is your 15th year.
Yes.
Let me ask you this, because why do you care so much?
Well, you gotta understand, like coming up, born and raised on the east side and coming up through the city, I was blessed to have the older guys. Like I tell the story, the guys in the streets who kept me out of the streets, the Coach Lees and stuff in the Salvation Army, the Norman Olivers with the Stormer Classic and the Derek Bells and all of them, they all took me in when times was hard, when I was in trouble, hard-headed kid, but I had a basketball talent.
Right.
And they poured into me, and they kept me on a straight path no matter what. So I understood, like, my goal, I said, man, as I got into college and I started seeing in like 2010, 2011, the boys club started closing, how the city started going left, I was like, I gotta find a way to give back. So I never forget, I sat in my dorm room my senior year up at Lincoln University, and I said, man, when I come back, I want to find a way to get back. So I knew the streets wasn't a way for me to get back.
Right.
So I started this, and like I said, I didn't think it was going to take off the way it did. I just was just targeting the east side, but it took off, and it ended up going nationally, worldwide. So.
Yeah, because you're a Jefferson Award winner,
Yes.
locally and nationally. And nationally aren't you one too?
Yes, and aren't you one too?
I'm not national, but you're national.
But yes.
Yeah, but that's a big accomplishment.
Yes, it is. And for those of you who don't know, the Jefferson Awards, multiplying good by the Jefferson Awards, is considered to be the Nobel Prize in community service.
Yeah.
So it's definitely an honor, and congratulations on that honor and being recognized for all your efforts and what you're doing for the community.
Yeah.
And thank you for seeing and recognizing that your community needs this.
Yeah.
And we were just, before we started filming, it's Cooley, right? Because I was calling him LaDaye, but I see you're calling Cooley, so I'm going to go with Cooley too, because we were chatting before we started filming, and he was sharing a little bit about his background and how he's pouring back into a community that poured into him for all these years.
That's right.
And that's what makes you even more special and necessary, because you see the need. You see that the Wilmington, especially here, needs that love. And we love Ivan and I.
We call them capeless superheroes.
Right.
You do it when no one's looking, and you do it just because. And as long as I've known you, I remember back in the day that wicked b-ball game you had. And I remember him going to Lincoln and then coming back and giving back to the community. Can you name some of the accomplishments, the things? Because a lot of people don't know who Cool Shoes is or what you do. Can you tell like the bike giveaways? And
So, like I was telling her, actually, this year's Easter egg hunt was the first event I ever did. So this year on April 20th would be the 15th year.
Incredible.
Right, let's do that. So if you guys are free, I would like for y'all to attend if you can. But started with that, and then got to I tell the story because I get emotional, I get happy. Like when I first started the book bag drive, the first year we had 75 book bags.
Right.
75. Now we do between 500 to 1,000.
That's me.
We get glad. We take this kids, take about 30 to 40 kids to get school sneaks that win them. We do all that. Went to the turkey drive. When the turkey drive started, we only had 68 families. Now we do 400 to 1,000. Depends on the number. And then the toy drive, we do that. We do the first year we only had like 400 toys. Now we average 15 to 20,000 toys, 200 bikes, PlayStation 5s. We do sneaks clothes. So, like I said, I didn't think it was gonna. It was just for the east side, but I didn't think it was going to go statewide and then go nationally. So that's the blessing of it.
Yeah. What do you want the kids in the community to see? I'm from the east side too. Southbridge, then made my way to east side. What do you want the community to see?
That what I learned about these kids, if they see somebody that they care and give them hope and realize that it's never too late.
Yeah.
They follow lead, but if they don't see it, then they go on the path, the stuff they see on YouTube, think it's cool.
Right.
So that's why I always try to tell people, if you get a chance, the most important thing I tell people is tell your story.
Right.
If you don't tell these kids your story, they don't have no hope.
Yeah.
So that's like, a lot of people know, like I'm coming up on my 9th year of summer camp.
Right.
So We do a summer camp.
Summer camp?
Yeah.
Talk about that for a minute. Damn.
So, all right. So the summer camp came about. This will be the 9th year.
Okay.
And for the first 5 or 6 years, we was averaging about 110 kids.
Right.
Right. But the last couple years.
Summer camp. I'm sorry, a summer camp.
Yeah. So like the last 5, 6, like last 2, 3 years, when they came in, when they took purchase of care from everybody, it kind of like cut back on the numbers because parents got to pay. But we came up with like a manager pay rate because at the end of the day, ain't about the money, it's about getting the kids on the streets.
Right.
And we do like a career week every year. And like this past summer that just passed, we had 31 guest speakers come in 4 days. So we're averaging like 6, 7 speakers. And people coming in and tell their stories to the kids, it inspired the kids. Like we had chefs come in and people like, now some kids, I want to cook. I had Kev come in, Kev Digital from the photographer. Now kids,
Kevin Allen.
Yeah, so we had so many different people come in and the kids hear their stories. It's inspiration. That's the whole purpose. Like I tell people, it's not about me.
Right.
Halftime.
Right.
We see what we're dealing with this generation. This is a whole different
Yes,
animal that we deal with. This is, and some people seem to forget, and a lot of people take me the wrong way because of the way I come off, and I always try to tell people, I'm not coming at you. I want you to understand we was them.
Yeah.
And people pulled us.
Yeah.
Stop saying, oh, these kids, and it bothers me, oh, these kids are crazy. We know that.
Right.
But they cried out for help.
Right.
They don't know how to go about it how we was, how we knew how to go to somebody.
It was different.
They cried out for attention the wrong way. But if you don't, just sit down and grab them. And I guarantee if you talk to them, they don't want to do this.
Right.
But it's all they know. But if people keep saying, oh, they're great, and brush them off, they're going to keep going that way.
Cooley, you mentioned something just now that stuck out to me. We are all saying these kids are crazy, but they're not crazy.
They're not.
They're crying out for help.
Yeah.
And you're right. And to be able to recognize that and to help and, like you said, pour right back into them. And I'm glad that you're doing that. I'm happy that you're doing that. Here at DETV, we are so supportive of organizations such as yours and doing what you're doing and mentoring these young children because they're our future.
They are.
They're our future.
And you're right. When I think the mayor said it, he said, it's exposure. Well, everyone said it. It's exposure, right? People need to see the Cooleys. They need to see the Norman Olivers because you're right. Those are the cats that was like, come on.
And the Ivan Thomas.
I'm not in that group. I'm not.
I got an award from Corny in 2019.
Did you?
Community award. Yeah.
That's what's up.
That's incredible.
So how many altogether in the 14 years? How many kids have been blessed?
I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm not exaggerating. I can look one day like. I got a picture I will show you. I should have sent it to you, right? It's one of the best pictures I ever had. I'm gonna show you. But one time I did it, it was the last toy drive I did on Life of Clifford Brown Walk before I had to move it to Christian Growth Ministry, the church that I'm a part of on 8th and Spruce.
Okay.
We had over 2,000 people on that block. And I realized that I'm like, yo, it has took off. Like we was looking like. Right. And if you tell me over the years, I'm not exaggerating, I guarantee we touched 10,000.
I was going to say 10,000.
Easy.
Wow.
Easy.
Because
that's amazing.
Summer, you got to realize the first year of the summer camp, first 5 years, 6 years of summer camp, we was averaging 110 kids.
Yeah, damn.
And it's a bunch of kids coming from different areas, and we do all that. So you used to looking at the book. And then one thing I do, I go back and look at all the pictures from the first year to now.
Right.
And it's a bunch of different kids.
Does it make you cry sometimes?
Yeah, I get emotional because it's like, wow. And then when I see them, like, some of the kids, when I started 15 years ago, some kids are 20 now, 23, and it's still, Mr. Cooley, thank you. And you like, wow, that's what it's all about. It ain't about no money.
Right.
Mr. Cooley, man, thank you. I remember everything you told me. Now I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Some of the kids who are, when I first started, who was in the 6th grade, they done graduated 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
And they come back and help me, they donate, and that's what it's like, what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. I love that to hear you tell me that,
So,
that they're coming back to help.
I gotta tell people all the time, it's like, if I come to you and, hey, can you help me help these kids? The money, it ain't going to me.
Right.
You see where it's going to.
Right.
I don't, it's about them.
It's about them.
And I always try to tell people, I don't care what you had, no disrespect, but help me help them.
Help me help. And speaking of that, do you need donate? What do you need? We have a hell of a platform.
So
that you tell, that's your kid right there. Tell them what you need. Cool.
Everything.
Tell them what you
everything.
need.
Don't matter what it is, man. Anything can help. No donation is too small.
Right.
No dollar amount's too small. Nothing. Like I said, it's year round. Like the main thing really is the summer camp coming up. That'd be the main thing you need help with.
Okay.
Is the summer camp. I tell everybody, the summer camp and the tour drive be the two main things, because they did two, when I look at it, the two biggest things. The summer camp, it helps keep kids on the streets. We got them from 7:30 to 5:30, and people look at me like, you crazy, y'all go to 5:30? Yeah. You know, and they keep the kids on the streets. Like, we go bowling, we take them to the movies every Tuesday, we go bowling on Thursday, and field trips every Friday, Dorney Park, Hershey Park, and all that. So I tell people, the more and more people can donate, it can keep going. And I know how kids is with Christmas, because you know how it was sometimes coming up, you didn't get that much on Christmas, but the other kids that. So it's like, every year we able to bless a kid with a bike, 3, 4 toys. That's a good extra, you know, or possibly a pair of sneaks. So the more and more donations come in, the more and more help. Like I always tell people, your money, it don't go to me.
Right.
It goes to the kids.
To the kids.
I'm not, some people, you meet some people and they're like, oh man, they said you this. I understand because the way I come off. I understand, but at the end of the day, I gotta tell people, I might come off, but it's about these kids. And I want people to understand that. It's not about us.
It's about the kids.
It's about these babies, and we see what's going on.
Yeah.
And the more and more we can get together and get them, come on.
That's where we went. Cooley, thank you so much for
Thank
coming.
y'all.
Tell everyone where they can learn more about, you know, about Cool Shoes.
You can go on coolshoesinc.com, the website page. Actually, we're redoing it now, so it should be up by the end of this week or next week. You can follow me on Instagram at Cooley_12, on Facebook, LaDaye Johnson. You can go on there. I know everybody on social media a lot, so you can get all the information off there.
All right, awesome. And you might want to hook up with Dr. Pettiford, because he got the financial literacy books for the kids. That's right, Doc? All right. Cool, thanks again for coming.
Y'all.
No, hang out for a minute,
Well, we're going to take a quick break, but we have another really great guest, so don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back. Good morning, Delaware.